Hello everyone, my name is Hassan Salim and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant of Canada, and I do practice here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Now, one of the most important questions or a common question that I get on my channel here and also on my social media accounts is that can I move or relocate to a different province than the one that gave me the provincial nomination? Is it possible? What are the consequences? What would happen down the road? All these kind of questions and queries that you guys send out to me, I will be answering in this video today and hopefully clear up all the doubts and questions that you have in your mind. So if you want to know more about this topic, watch this video till the very end. And before you do that, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on my social media, Instagram and Facebook accounts for all the updates and latest information related to Canadian immigration. Welcome back to the video. As I said in the intro, we will be discussing a very important topic today, that is, can I move to a different province after receiving the provincial nomination from other province? Now, the answer to this question lies in some details, and the four things that we would be discussing in this video today. The first thing would be what is federal immigration versus PNP immigration. So that's really important to know, like the difference between the two. The second thing we will discuss is what is the mobility right of you as a PR. The third thing we will discuss is the question that what is basically the intent to reside, what is that considered to be? And the fourth and the last thing we will discuss in this video today is the consequence of misrepresenting your intent to reside in a specific province. So let's discuss in detail. What is federal immigration or PNP? Now, federal immigration, as most of you or maybe all of you would know, is the way to come to Canada as a PR without the need of getting a provincial nomination certificate, and that is the Express Entry program. Now, once you become a PR directly through a federal program, that is through Express Entry, you have that decision-making power that you can go to any province you like, and you can move to other province if you end up not getting what you wanted to in the initial province that you landed in. So you have totally control over that. You are totally free to make that decision whenever you want. You can move to one province for 1 month, and maybe after a couple of months you can go to a different province. Again, it's totally up to you. But now when you talk about the PNP, so according to the Immigration Refugee Protection Regulations, the IRPR, it states that foreign national is considered the member of a provincial nomination class if they intend to reside in the province that nominated them. Now, a lot of people these days are trying to come to Canada through a provincial nomination program, so it does have some obviously conditions or some different obligations when it comes to immigrating to Canada through a PNP program. So before we dive deeper into knowing the obligations of receiving PR through a PNP, it is very important to understand what are the mobility rights as a Canadian PR. Now, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms provide permanent residents and Canadian citizens with the right to live and work in any province in Canada. Now, what does that translate into? Now, in terms of Canadian immigration, it means that after obtaining the PR status, may it be through a federal level program or through a PNP, you have the right to move to any province or relocate to any province across Canada eventually. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you receive PR through a federal level program or through a PNP, eventually you can move to any province. So now we have the understanding what the rights of a PR are. Basically, you can move to any province after receiving the PR status, but the conditions that we were talking about initially, or the obligations that we were talking about, is that when you make an application through a PNP, you should have the intention to reside in that province which nominated you at the first place. So you should make all the efforts that you can that you want to stay in that province, because you have to be truthful to the application that you submitted and you got the nomination for. The intention to settle in a province under an immigration program must be clearly present upon landing in Canada. and you should have a genuine intention to reside, just like I said before, and you should have good faith efforts to stay in that province. And what are those efforts considered, or what can be ways to prove that you made all those efforts to stay in the province that nominated you before eventually deciding that, okay, I've tried my level best, I've decided to move to a different province because I was not able to get a job, or I was not able to meet my household requirements, or whatever the situation may be. But you need to have that proof in a way to be on the safer side, just in case it comes up during the citizenship program when you apply down the road. Now, what would be considered the intention to reside? So if we talk about Ontario, for example, some of the things that you can show is that you have education in Ontario, you did some volunteer work, or you have some job offers from the province, or you might have given some job interviews, you have previous visits to Ontario, or you have family ties, you have social connections in Ontario. So obviously you would stay in there because you have some people that you already know, or you are trying to get a job with job interviews or volunteer work. All that kind of stuff can be considered the intention to reside in the province that nominated you. As I said, these efforts are really important because they can be very crucial when it comes to applying citizenship. And if someone asks, or if this comes up, that why did you not stay in the province that nominated you, you should have that proof that I tried my level best in order to get the job, or in order to settle there, but due to some situations, or due to whatever reason ABC, you had to take the decision of moving to a different province. Last thing we want to discuss in this video is what are the consequences of misrepresenting your intent to reside. So if upon landing it is found out that you had no clear intention to stay in the province that you had initially applied for, and eventually you got the nomination from, and you can be reported for non-compliance. And what it can do, it can lead to loss of your PR status. So it's really risky. As we talked about in the mobility rights, that you have the right to move to any other province, but you need to make sure, you need to have that intent that you would reside in the province that nominated you, ethically as well. But again, if you are found out upon landing that you had no intention, and you would be reported for non-compliance, and you can end up losing your PR status. So if you have any questions about the PNP, reach out to an licensed immigration consultant, lawyer, who can guide you more about these PNP programs and your obligations and conditions to be met after you receive the PR. Like, if you ask me for my advice, I always suggest, please stay in the province that has nominated you for at least a year, 2 years. If you end up deciding to go to a different province for a better job opportunity, if that is your right, you can move there, but you need to make full efforts to stay in the province that nominated you because of the criteria and all the application process. You should be really truthful in all those things before relocating to a certain other province. So this was all from the video today. Hopefully you got something out of it. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach out to me for a paid consultation. And again, if you haven't already, subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also you can follow me on my social media accounts. And don't forget that I'll be posting more videos on different topics. And if you have any questions in your mind, or you want me to make a different kind of video or a different program, send me a message on my Instagram account, or you can comment right here in this video below, so I can look for a different topic that can guide you somehow in order to get the Canadian immigration. So I wish you all the best, and have a great day.